Good evening. My name is Rosa Naranjo, and I'm pursuing a bachelor's in education with emphasis in elementary education at the UNICIT University. This is my English final exam, which is a Proyecto Integrador for the course of English number 2 with the professor Daniel Navarro, and today's April the 30th. So the English course is basically for beginners and anybody who wants to learn a little bit more about how to create a very short and simple conversation with an English speaker. So we saw lots of connections with words and how to create simple present, future tenses, talk-offs, and other tips on how to establish a conversation in English. So the first thing we learned is to program our brain, and we did it with the future tense. Here are 5 examples of what is a future tense. I'll just name 2 of them. The first one is I'm going to start a diet next month, and the second one is I will be reading a book about mental health. So as you can see, I underline what the future tense is in the sentence, in this case, going to and will. We also program our brains for present simple tenses. Again, here are 5 examples of some of the same sentences as the previous. Number 1, I eat vegetables every day for lunch. And the second one, I read a mental health book. As you can see, the difference here is that the verb is underlined in the present simple tense, meaning it's happening right now, something that we're doing. Sometimes the verb changes the way it's written depending on the verb itself, but these are just basic examples. We also program our brain in the past simple tense. So we got, I ate vegetables yesterday and I bought a mental health book. As you can see, we underline once again the verb, and the way we write them does change when we talk about the past simple. We also did some practices in reading. These are some sentences from the article we talked about during the class. I chose 5 sentences, but I'll read only 2 of them. The first one, the opportunity to move to an English-speaking country is another benefit of learning English. You must achieve a certain level of English proficiency in order to become a citizen in an English-speaking country. And no matter your motivation for learning a foreign language, speaking a second language is a much sought after skill. We also talked about idioms or idioms. In this case, they're kind of like phrases, like kind of like a jargon to replace certain verbs and certain common phrases and common things that we normally say, but they're just kind of like a replacement of them in a fun way. We have 3 examples here. It's not a rocket science to learn a new language. So rocket science just means it's not difficult. Talk to the hand. I don't want to know your opinion. It's more of a I don't care about what you want to say. I just don't want to hear it. Keep an eye on the next English course. Keep an eye means watch out for, be on the lookout for a new thing. Just, being aware. So, what is your full name? My name is Rosa Naranjo. I did put the pictures here of a rose and oranges because Naranjo, it's kind of like a male version of a female orange in Spanish. What is your birthday, or when is your birthday? My birthday is on August the 25th, and yes, I am a Virgo. Which option is the most important to you and why? We have money, fame, and power. Well, I honestly don't believe any of them are important. I mean, in life we do need them, but they don't really mean to me much. I mean, you can have money, and with money you can have power and fame. You can have fame, and with fame you can still have power and money. And the same with power. Once you have power, you can have fame and money as well. So I think the 3 of them feed each other. However, none of them are as important to me as believing in love. If you have love in your heart, anything in this world and in life can be accomplished. What is your occupation? Well, I do work at a company called Quest Software. I reviewed some of the sales they do for software, making sure that the pricing is correct, the information is correct from the customers before the sale is closed. What are your hobbies and interests? Well, I love doing yoga. I love going to the beach. I love reading, and I love being a mother. Are you married, single, or in a relationship? Well, I'm very well single, and I'm very happy. What is your email address? My email address is rosa.naranjo at unisit.net. That's my college email address. Where are you from? I'm from Panama. How old are you? Well, I am 41, and I'm proud to say it. I am 41. Are you married? No, I'm not. I am not married. I am single, and I'm happy. What are you going to do later? Well, I'm going to go to sleep and think about this presentation. Hopefully, I did a good job. Where are you going and why? Well, I think I might go out as well and have some margaritas because tomorrow is the 1st of May and we celebrate Labor Day down here in Panama. What are you going to buy in the mall? I usually buy jewelry, clothes, and like accessories for my room. Why are you going to take an English course? Well, my main goal is to actually teach English to small children, especially the ones within the lower society. I learned English when I was very small, and I think that was one of the best things that happened to me. And I wish I could give that same, like that same teaching to other children, specifically the small ones, as I believe they're faster at acknowledging and learning. I think everybody can, but for some reason, I'm more interested in the smaller children and teaching them English. So this course is required by the college and by the bachelors as well. What do you usually do in the morning? Well, I usually have a coffee. I wake up my kids and get them ready for school. I did a little bit of yoga before starting work. So these are the three things that I normally do every single day without even changing it. What did you do yesterday? Well, I did my pecha kucha for another course that I have in college. I worked from 8 to 6 and I had a cornflakes at night around 11 p.m. and then went to sleep. What do you usually do after work? Or I usually always do a little bit 20-minute of yoga just to relax my muscles. I take a bath and I like talking with my kids just to ask them how was school, how was their day, anything new that they want to tell me, creating that, connection with them, to not missing out on it because when you work from home, you tend to spend too much time on the computer. What do you have for breakfast every morning? Where I always have my coffee. I cannot miss my coffee. I always have scrambled eggs and I always try to have a fruit. Can't miss on those. Do you, why do you work out every day? To relieve stress, to sleep better, and to just keep myself up to date with my, you know, body. I really like to take care of my body. I'm not too slim, I'm not too heavy, but I like to keep it in the middle. And the only way is doing some type of exercise. And as well, it does help me go to sleep. It does relax my muscles. It does help me relieve the stress. And I usually do yoga. My final impression of the course is that I believe it's very helpful for the ones who are beginners in the learning of a second language. I like the direct, short, and simple method that was used to teach the basic way to establish a conversation in English. I like the phrase, program your brain. I'll use it more often in my career, you can bet on that. I also take with me the method to use to teach English to adults. My focus is children, but I believe that it's always good to see other point of views and other experiences. So thank you very much, Mr. Daniel Navarro.